Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Amanda and today we are here with my annual sketchbook tour. I wasn't going to do one of these because I thought I did a lot of sketchbook tours during the year, but I found a couple that I worked on that I never shared with you guys, so we're going to go through all of them and show you what I worked on this year in my sketchbooks. This is the one I'm working on now. It's an Arteza one, and I haven't actually shown any of these. Well, I've shown them in videos before, but not a full kind of overview. So this is the first drawing I did, where I did a sketch with me video, and that was really fun. And Shmoo draws stuff, because we all know that there's always going to be Shmoo draws stuff in there. I love the way that she does characters. Some anatomy studies, some Pinterest stuff. The concept for the drawing that I got, idea that I got to do by Darkest Raven Designs, and I did salad sitting on a pumpkin to the moon. Then these are actually some of my favourite sketches I've ever done. I looked up photos of kids and I just turned their poses and their styles into salad. And honestly, one of my favourite things I've ever done, because obviously salad is based on a child, so having the proportions there and just turning them into a mouse was great. I did these potion bottles. These are copies off of Pinterest, but I just wanted to have some ink, no like thinking about it stuff to draw while I was watching the Greenhouse Academy, I think it is. You know, that show on Netflix where there's like the kids and they're in this academy thing and they're really competitive. I hate the way that the graphite smudges on these books, honestly. And then this is like the first developings of Maple. This is when I drew her first. Again, I looked at references of kids in different outfits and I drew her, and then I finally came up with this design, which is the closest design she is now. I don't draw her hair like this, but I really like the hair that is here. And she only has one ear showing, the rest of the ear is covered, whereas Salad has two no matter what way he faces. And then this is from a video that I was going to do that was to do with my Sims OC video I was going to do, where I drew my OC. I made my OC in a Sims form and then I drew it again. And none of the sketches were coming out the way that I wanted to. I didn't think that I would be able to develop it further into a drawing or a painting, so I just completely gave up on it. These are all the Sims drawings, and I got to this point and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it anymore. So plus, with all the changes to YouTube, I don't think it's a very good video to do anyway, because it's very cartoon-like. And then I went on to do these, and again, these are my favourite drawings. Katie, she's like a little Easter egg now. She always shows up in my sketchbooks, just because I loved her new haircut, and I drew it a couple of times. But yeah, squirrels, because people like squirrels. This is the exact same page as pretty much in my other sketchbook a year ago, but it's the same references I'm using. Then I made this little silhouette of a girl just kind of curled up and put all of the words that I've heard in the past that have been said about me that kind of hurt me or are painful, and just put them there. I'm not bothered by these words, but sometimes people can make you feel like this, just a dark shadow and no one else apart from these words, but whatever, that's fine. And then, well, it's not fine, but you know what I mean. We'll just move on from that. And then this is me trying to stylize, not cartoonize, because I've realized that I have trouble cartoonizing things, and I just want to draw the way that I feel natural to draw people. So not trying too hard to make it look like the person, or not trying too hard to make it look realistic or cartoony, just drawing the way that I draw. And this is the kind of style that comes up. Obviously, I don't like this one, and I actually drew this one in another page I'll show you in a minute, but this one and this one and this one I really like. But yeah, and then This is from my Scrawlrbox video where I was going to draw Maple in a princess dress. I didn't record these were just practice ones. I was wanting to not waste too much time sketching. And I was trying to come up with an idea of what I could do, and I wanted to kind of put Salad in there as well, since he was the original character, and I really like this pose. It just looks too adult-y for those characters, because Maple is definitely not this tall, and neither is Salad, but I really, really like this drawing that I've done of them. And then here again, this is them at their wedding, even though I haven't married them off yet. And then they're cuddling, and it's just a big mess. And also this picture on Pinterest reminded me of Maple a little bit with a different hairstyle, so I just kind of drew her and I thought that was funny. And then I drew hands along with Drawing with Waffles hands video, and then I drew some Pinteresty stuff here and some Pinteresty stuff here. I really like the way that that came out, I'm not gonna lie. Harry Potter. A random salad face. And then more Pinterest stuff, just copying character designs from other people. And then this is actually in the video of the Scrawlrbox thing. And then this is sketches of something that I'm working on right now. That's the guy that I was talking about before that I drew, and I've drew him again and I still can't draw him very well. This one came out good and this one came out okay, and this one is a little bit weird, but I want to paint these, so I've kind of left them here with tape on them so that I can paint them. The next book is another one that I completely forgot about. This is the Lightweight Wiro Sketchbook by Winsor Newton, and it's a really, really good book for markers. But I don't use markers anymore because I am more of a painting gal, but I would highly recommend this book for markers. The paper is really nice for it, it takes it very well. Obviously it does bleed through, but you could like do a marker drawing on one side and just like pencil drawings on the next, just to practice or whatever. But this was around the time that I found Catnip, I believe, and Catnip was doing this draw this in your style thing, and I drew that in my style, even though I don't have a style. These are two different completely different styles, but whatever. But I really liked the pastel sort of thing of it, and I still have these markers, and I do kind of want to fill up a sketchbook just with these markers, and see how many different things that I can draw with these colour combinations. It was really fun. Here's me swatching and stuff. And then more swatches of things. And then this is a illustration, a really bad one actually, of a building that I was going to do. It was based on the coffee club that my mum works at. And I was going to do a cute little illustration, but I decided not to do it in the end. And then more Pinterest stuff. You can tell I don't go through Pinterest and add new things to it as much because I just draw the same things all the time. These are Pinterest things that I've pinned that I like the look of and sort of inspire me, so I draw them now and again. And all of this is marker work except from this. This is coloured pencil. I think this is gouache actually. Yeah, this is gouache. Coloured marker again. I do like marker. I like the way that it looks. I just don't like using them as much. So I don't know, maybe I will enjoy it. But I've got too many mediums anyway. So this video is going to be long, by the way. So strap yourself in for a ride. But yeah, that's all I did in this. And then I kind of fell off the marker wagon. But I have all this paper that I could use. I don't like drawing on it per se. I don't like the way that it feels. It's too smooth to draw on, but markers are really, really good. So if you're into markers, I do suggest this. I think I got it for a pretty decent price as well. And then we have this book, which is actually covered in masking fluid because I spilled my masking fluid on it. But this is just basically a whole sketchbook of studies, of anatomy studies. So I did do a lot more anatomy studies than I thought I did, and I'm quite happy with some of them actually. And then I tried hands, more studies for bodies. I was getting somewhere, but as soon as you stop doing this type of work, it just kind of goes and you don't know how to do it again. Then we have this one, which I have shown in the past, but I think I took all the pages out and started again. I wish I put dates on things. I never do that because I don't know when these were, but I'm pretty sure they were 2019. But if they're not, then I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, this was definitely 2019, I know that much. This is another drawings of salad when I kind of figured them out a little bit better. And then this was at the start of October actually, and then I decided that I don't like this sketchbook because it's fallen to bits. It's because I ripped all of the older pages out of it, so I don't really like this sketchbook. And I don't think I'll use it, but I probably will rip out the pages and use them individually maybe. I'm doing all the big ones first so that I don't have to adjust the camera. And then this one I have shown you recently, so I'll just whiz through it just so that it's in the same video, but if you want to have a more in-depth look at it, I'll link all my sketchbook video tours down below. This is when I was really into Skillshare, and I was doing a lot of Skillshare classes in it and stuff like that. But it's my ugly sketchbook where I just drew to draw and didn't worry about whether it was going to look good or not. So we'll just skip through this real quick, but I'm actually really surprised at how much I drew this year and really happy with it as well. Looking back on these really do inspire me to pick up my sketchbook a lot more and draw and just study and practice rather than just waiting until I have the perfect idea or the perfect medium to draw in or the perfect sketchbook. Like, these sketchbooks are good for pen and pencil, not really good for anything else, but at least you can get all the studying out and you don't feel bad about wasting the paper or whatever because they're really cheap. I think this one was $4.99 or $5.99. But yeah, it's a really cheap student grade sketchbook. We're still in the Skillshare classes things, so yeah. And then I went into anatomy study with just pen in here, which I really enjoyed, but obviously there is a lot of anatomy issues in these drawings. And then I switched to this pen and smaller, which I really did like. It's just weird, the models were a bit strange looking. And then more anatomy studies. Basically this whole sketchbook is filled with anatomy studies. So I did practice anatomy a little bit, and I do think that I have a better understanding for it since I did that. Squirrels! So I'm really happy that I filled this sketchbook up. And now we are on to the smaller books. This was round about May, so obviously Mermay was a thing, and I was just trying to do the best that I could to make drawings that I really liked. And a lot of faces. I really got back into faces. I did the 100 drawing faces challenge. 100 faces in 10 days, is it? 100 heads? That's it. 100 heads in 10 days challenge, and I did that twice. So this is obviously number 2. This is the second time I did it, and I actually completed it. Not in 10 days, maybe in about 2 weeks or something, but I was really glad that I did this. I learned a lot. And I kind of realised that I can actually draw. I just need to stop being silly like this and actually try and draw better. And it does really help. And then we have this one, which is my June sketchbook, because I really enjoyed filling up that other one. It took less time than what most of my sketchbooks do. So I was just having fun with the Pinterest stuff, just copying, learning, playing around in my sketchbook, coming up with no ideas, but just basically seeing what I liked and what I didn't like to draw. And playing around with hands, that was a really good hand. Playing around with the little ideas, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere. And that just popped into my head, like maybe on a card or something. And yeah, just having fun with drawing stuff. Like I said, I've showed you this before, so I'm gonna leave the one that I haven't showed you at the end of the sketchbook tour. But yeah, that was a really fun one to fill up, and I have one more left of these, and I'm really gonna go back to the shop that I got these in and hope that they have the same ones and just buy them all because I love them. Then we have my Hanamula sketchbook. This is the one that I bought for Christmas for myself last year, and I filled it up in 2019, and I have showed you this as well, but I had so much fun filling this sketchbook up. This was the first time that I actually, well, the second time actually, that I filled up a proper watercolour sketchbook with just pure watercolour paintings, and I really enjoy having a sketchbook for watercolour and having a sketchbook for practicing and stuff like that, so I'm really happy with the way that that came out, and I'm super excited. I'm just gonna have to try and figure out what kind of thumbnail to do for this video, but yeah, had so much fun with these, and like I said, if you want to go and check out the individual sketchbook tours, then they will be there. I just like to have all my sketchbooks at the end of the year in one video, just to kind of see the amount that I did and the progress. Obviously it's hard to see the progress when you don't know what dates are in each. This is one of my favourite sketchbook pages ever. This is gouache. But yeah, I was having so much fun just filling this up. Really like this sketch and stuff like that. This is where I started playing with gouache a little bit more, watercolour, illustrating myself again. I look different in every time I illustrate myself, but yeah, having fun. I'll quickly just show you the fact that I've done that, and that's all that I've done in this sketchbook, as I didn't really like it, but I'm going to try and fill that up as well. And then this one is the current one that I'm working on. I'm kind of sad about how I used this one. It's not as good as the other one, because I did a lot of my, well, I did all of my Inktober drawings in here, but they were really small drawings, and I could have did these with normal paper and used this sketchbook for other things, or maybe even split it in quarters and did a drawing a day smaller, so that I didn't use up as much pages. But I'm still really happy that I used this for Inktober, and I enjoyed working in it, so at least that's that. But you've seen all of these in my Inktober sketchbook tour video, so, well, obviously some of you might have not seen any of those videos, so I'm just gonna pretend you haven't. And then working out there again. There's my acrylic video drawing. Oh no, that transferred, that sucks. I thought that was dry. Anyway, I did this and I didn't like it. I did it for a video and I didn't like it, so and then this is my last gouache video, and then I have a couple more pages left in this sketchbook as well. And finally, I kind of hyped this up a little bit, but this is a tiny sketchbook, and this is when I started really thinking about obviously developing salad a little bit more, and I drew a bunch of drawings of him. This is before I developed the way that I wanted him to look, so obviously there is a lot of proportion issues, a lot of different kind of like leg and chest and body sizes, body shapes, all different things that I was trying to figure out. And I kind of wanted this to be a progression of salad, so every time I wanted to try and draw salad, I would draw it in here, and he would become the best salad he could be by the end of it. But I ended up not doing it. I don't really like this sketchbook. I got it from Morrison's. It's a hardback notebook, grey yellow. It contains 384 pages, and it's just the Morrison supermarket brand, so it's not the best sketchbook, and I don't like the size. But that's it. That's all of the sketches and sketchbooks that I worked in this year. I think I did a really good job. I can't wait for next year. Tell me what you think in the comments below, if you think I should do an annual sketchbook video and take my time with it, or you think I should just do sketchbooks as I fill them and then do a big one like this every year. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Click on these playlists and I will see you next time. Bye.